expanded their territory, taking regions that
the front lines of the fight against the Islamic State group in Ramadi, Syria, a landscape of rubble. Small groups of fighters camping bombed out buildings facing regular attack by extremist fighters. In this conservative culture of things you might not expect to see on the battlefield, Ramadi, a 2-year-old father's daughter is part of a group of female fighters playing a major role in this war.
has left behind. This comes as U.S. intelligence officials give a new assessment of ISIS itself. And for more on that, let's get to Catherine Harris, who's with us from our Washington newsroom. What are we learning about this recent intelligence briefing, Catherine?
Well, Jeff, based on the readout from lawmakers, the situation continues to deteriorate with ISIS gaining ground and Western supporters through an aggressive social media campaign. And while there's bipartisan agreement that there's no quick fix, Democrats cite Iran's meddling and Republicans blaming the White House for lacking a coherent strategy.
They have no strategy, nor could they articulate a strategy to counter what our intelligence estimates are over time and will be a direct threat to the United States of America.
We've got Iran very active in Iraq, trying to help the Maliki government. At the same time, they're active in Syria, trying to help Assad. And that complicates what we should do and can do.
And without offering specifics, Fox News has told that the recent changes to airline security overseas are directly related to the Western recruits who are fighting in Syria and Iraq.
You had to figure that from the beginning. This bunch, ISIS, really good with the social media.
Yeah, it is. ISIS and his followers are aggressively using social media to spread their propaganda. This recent tweet claims to show the passport now being issued by the caliphate in Iraq. And while there's no way to independently authenticate the photo, analysts say the posting shows they are serious about laying claim to an Islamic State. Today, the State Department saying it's trying to send its own message.
It's vitally important to make sure that we continue to communicate, and countries in the region continue to communicate, that ISIL is a terrorist organization, that their goal is to divide the Iraqi people, divide people in the region among sectarian lines.
That group is also taking a page from the al-Qaeda affiliate in Yemen that first produced this English-language online propaganda magazine known as Inspire. Analysts say the new online English publications from the Islamic State are also aimed at Western recruits, but according to the Middle East media research...
Are you not a little worried about this, Juan Williams, that President Obama is totally MIA in this whole thing?
I think you missed the press conference on Friday when he said it was an urgent situation and a threatening situation.
Well, anything. How long? He said that since May. It's
no, you said he hadn't said anything. We hadn't heard from him is what I heard you say in the talking points memo.
What is it? What has he done? What's he going to do?
We don't know.
We don't know, Juan. That's weakness.
You want me to speak? Okay, so we have not seen the United States
illegals or unaccompanied juveniles. They are welcoming them with open arms. They're just, as the administration says, this is humanitarian. They're surrendering to us. This is outrageous that we in America do not have sovereign borders that we can protect and secure.
So what if the president skips out on visiting the border tomorrow?
It's disrespectful. He needs to get the title right first and not jump the gun, so to speak, as to what's going to happen. This is a process that will play out, and it questions our integrity as federal agents that we're not going to follow orders. We follow orders. And for the president to imply otherwise is uncalled for.
Well, what do you think he was saying there, Sean? And what would happen to your men and women if all of a sudden they started deporting aggressively? Is the president supposed to take note of that and then say, look, I'm watching you and I'm not happy about it and I just might fire you?
Well, like any other federal employee, we follow policies. And the current policy is that we arrest
America. And we saw at that point in time a culture that was full of openings where the borders were not secured all the way down to Central South America. We knew that that was a potential for terrorists to infiltrate and then come up across our border. Now, with what we've got going on here at our border, it makes what we were worried about before magnified tenfold. And with enemies like ISIS who have real professional training and no morals whatsoever when it comes to killing, no ethical standards, they'll do whatever they can to propel the caliphate which they believe in.
Now, what surprised me is when they break down the nationality of some of these kids who have made their way here. You would think the majority are from Mexico. They're not. They're further down in South America, Chile, Ecuador, Honduras, what have you, but all over. So I would think that alone raises eyebrows from potential bad guys abroad to say, well, that's not only a porous border, but it's a border that everyone south of the United States sees as open for business.
Right, and you know, again, this is something that is not new. The drugs, you know, we're now transitioning into the war on terror to talk about the border as far as terror goes, but this has been an issue when it came to the drug war for years and years. And there's a place like just down in Brazil where it's an area where there's a huge port, and drugs have always come in through there, all the way down from Brazil and make their way all the way up across the border of the United States. What's to say that it couldn't be done with, you know, with terrorists? It's certainly done with people, and groups like this are constantly looking. And Neil, let me just tell you this: we need to stop looking at probability, which is the numbers and the statistics saying that they'll come over, and we need to start looking at the possibility. And the possibility that they'll do it is 100%.
Well, Jonathan, thank you very much. Good seeing you again.
Good to be here.
Under these circumstances, Jonathan, Bill, thank you.
حبيبي
على نعمائه وله جزيل ثنائنا ليسددا الحمد لله على نعمائه وله جزيل
Please choose a sponsored video. Your content will begin shortly.
وله جزيل ثنائنا ليسددا يا دولة الإسلام يا أحلى الصدق.
It is a huge problem because protection should be given to children is not possible to be given to them. And this is in the whole area where the so-called ISIS is staying at the moment.
We had reports of children, especially children that are mentally challenged, who have been used as suicide bombers, most probably without them even understanding what has happened or what they have to expect. We have also children used in very early age. There was a video placed that showed children on very young age, approximately 80. Games with tags, price tags on them,